Hi, welcome to the Coaching Game. I'm Laurie Lawson, and tonight my guest is Sudus Al-Shayji. See, she tried to make me say it right, and I knew I wasn't going to do it. But you can read it on the bottom. Or you can correct me.
Al-Shayji.
Al-Shayji, okay. And Sundus is from Kuwait, and I found out that she was going to be in New York City, and I begged her, it's like, please come on my show, because I don't think I've ever had a life coach from Kuwait. And as you can see at the bottom, she's a life empowerment coach. So what we're going to do is find out a little bit about what that means to her in her particular situation and what she wants to do with all of that. This show is based on Points of View, the Coaching Game, which is a fantastic tool of 65 cards, and the cards have captions, and it's kind of designed to bring right and left brain thinking together. And the results are always amazing. So I usually have a guest pick a card. Sundus picked 4. That's okay. She has a big message. But first we're going to find out a little bit about you, because I know her briefly, but I really don't know the background. So what on earth made you think, I'm going to be a life coach in Kuwait?
I'll tell you the story. It started like 10 years ago when I was a training manager in financial sector, and I met this guy supposed to be giving a training for us. And I was talking to him like what he do, and he's telling me that I'm a life coach in London, and he comes visit Kuwait once in a while to coach some families. I said, wow, life coach? What does that mean? And I couldn't find, and he tried to explain to me, but I couldn't get it. Anyways, he did the training, he went, and I want to just remember his name, I cannot get hold of him. So after like 3-4 years, I went to retail sector as HR manager, and I was just again meeting some trainers. And some of the trainer was a trainer and a life coach. I said, seriously?
Another life coach.
Oh my God. Okay, can I have a meeting with you after? Like, I felt like he can have the answers to all my questions. And I couldn't get that. We were like just really busy. So the idea is just like kept in my mind, but it's like, it's too much. No way on earth. Like, I don't know, like, what's the requirement, how I'm going to do it, and that's it. So after I decided to quit my job and just like to see what I want to go next, in this pause period, my friend, she was telling me, Sundus, like, I cannot, like, you are a workaholic, and it's been like now a year and a half and sitting home. I told her, like, I tried to open a restaurant, open a chocolate places, but it's nothing from here.
Oh, a chocolate place, I don't know. That's something with life coach. Yeah.
So, and I told her, like, the companies are calling me to do the same module that I did in IKEA for them. But I feel like I'm thinking how I can work with them, not work for them. And it's like, I was thinking, like, how can I help? Like the manager, the executive, the employee, I don't know. And she said, she was just like, relax, we are having our tea. And she said, what about life coaching? I said, oh my God, exactly. She said, this is what you've been doing all your life.
Isn't that funny?
And imagine, within 2 weeks, I just enrolled in
Oh,
it was just, I was planning to come to New York, and I was searching like what's the top school, and I was reading articles, and then I found IPEC, and I love the module, how like you transform the way you think, and I just love it.
You have confirmed everything that I truly believe about life coaching. I believe that life coaching calls who it wants. And I also have a rule. If the universe speaks to you 3 times, you got to listen, and you got the message 3 times. It'd be crazy to go, well, I'm not being a life coach.
Exactly.
So how difficult is that? Because I'm going to go out on a limb and go, I'm thinking there's not a whole bunch of life coaches in Kuwait right now.
When I started, like, I was just asking anybody, it doesn't exist. And by meeting people, they tell me, we heard about one life coach here. We heard like someone. So maybe I'm not sure if I'm the only one or I have 1 or 2, imagine. So I try like just when I come back.
But there's room for sure.
Of course, yes, I mean, and what I like about life coaching, and of course, it doesn't like go or tackle one aspect in your life. This is what I love. I mean, like, all aspects, like these 8 aspects: financial, relationships, like spirituality, career, self-development, like lots of things. Like, this is what I like. And it's not like lots of people, they mix it with therapy, especially in our culture. They said, what? You didn't study? You are like a computer programmer and then HR. And now, like, what's going on here? Like, you should.
How acceptable is therapy in your culture?
It's not much. We don't have lots of therapies, and even like it's very, very taboo. Like
it's
within
taboo, yeah. Because I know, like, when I'm talking to coaches and like from Europe, they'll go, "It's just fine. Therapy is, psychotherapy is just finally getting accepted." So life coach is like way out there, and nobody knows what I'm talking about. But it's like they're finally getting around to that. So it's still a little taboo. So do you change the name of what you're doing when you're working in Kuwait?
No. It's the same, because what's good about life coaching, it's just not like focusing only on the past and trying to solve it. It's just like we touch base a little bit on the past, but it's about the future. And this is what I love. Like, it's really empowering people, like motivating people. And this is exactly what I really love.
Who do you see yourself working with? Are you working with individuals? It sounds like companies you're interested in?
That was at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
But now, like, really, I enjoyed working with like young people, like youth, those in the university, like, doesn't know if this is what they want to do. I mean, they want to study in Kuwait, outside Kuwait. Those, they just started working, like, graduate for 3-4 years. They started. Do you want to open our own place? You want to continue? Is this what I want? I feel like
Yes.
I love to help people to find their passion and just to wake up every day loving that the day started. Like, let's see, not like just to drag themselves from bed and
that's amazing, because I always said, once I discovered life coaching, it's like, oh God, I could have used that so much when I was trying to decide what I was going to be when I grew up in college. It's like, just go. My girlfriend said, I'm going to take sociology. I went, okay, I will too. That was as much decision as I gave that, and I'm not sure I've ever used it. It's like, all right, I'll take it. Yeah.
At least you give it
a
try.
I mean, I think it would just be so fantastic to have something like that there to help people. You mentioned passion, and that was one of the cards that you chose, which here it's like, okay, it's passion fruit, and it's people thoroughly enjoying it. Where do you see that people are in most need of passion?
Actually, Laurie, like, I started, like, why I picked passion, because at 20 years, more than 20 years, like 25 years ago, when I decided to open my lingerie shop in Kuwait, and we started to come here to New York, Paris, Lyon, and here when I saw like something that I never experienced in my life, like I worked 10 hours non-stop without food, without anything, and I'm just like, my eyes open and I glow from inside, I'm sick, like I drunk. No, I go out and then I get worse. And then I go, because I love it. When I come here to New York City, like, I know New York, like, in and out, because I used to walk to the showrooms. So he, like, said, and I was by that time studying computer science. I said, and then I become like a computer programmer. I said, how can I have this passion, this energy in everyday life? Why I cannot enjoy it as much? Imagine all these years, I'm just like searching for passion, because I know how is it. Yeah. So after that, I said, like, I will decide to change my career. Like, let me get my MBA. So I went to study with passion, because I love it. I came back, get like this.
So you did computer science, then you decided MBA.
MBA, then I moved to financial. I left the public sector. I went to private sector because it gives me more like energy or like sense of purpose, because I couldn't feel myself there. Just to see the same amount of salary, 30% extra work, but it doesn't matter, because I'm looking for this energy. After a while, with the economic crisis and said like retail business, they called me and I went there, and I was just like, I love it. I mean, I love what I do. Till like that minute, I said, come on, like I need to do life-work balance. I have my daughter at home. I need to get. So this is what, like, really, I mean, this is what I love. Without passion, like, we are missing a lot. And this is what the message, and I want to help my clients, my people around me, like, to find their passion.
I love that. I think what I hear you saying is you've been chasing passion. I think you found it. But Sundus also is an IPEC grad, or by the time this airs, she will be an IPEC grad. And I know when I first went into life coaching, I didn't really know what it was, but I wanted to learn more about me. And IPEC is in 3 modules. So in mod, when I was doing it, in mod 1, it was like all about me. I just want to know, I didn't know that. And by the time I got to mod 2, it was like, I want everybody to feel this way. This is too good not to share. I have to share it. And I see that same passion in you. It's like, I want everybody to love what they're doing, to forget that they're working, to just really get up every day and go, yes.
Exactly. My daughter said, Mom, can I be life coach? I said, what about, like, finish your studies now and then we will see later.
We'll work on it. Yeah, it's a goal. It's a goal.
Absolutely.
So if you had to give a tip to people about how they can live a life full of passion, what would be something you would tell them?
Like, this is what the main value I get from IPEX, honestly, training. Like, when I did the value assessment, I never imagined, like, the importance of value. And other thing, like, it's not me. Like, why do I mean, like, come on. And they said, like, wait a second. What was the driver behind everything? Like, what is it? Like, I'm searching for passion for why? Why? To reach joy. And this is when I felt like
another card she chose.
Exactly. And I
just joy, plain old joy.
Exactly. So I felt like the passion, it was like my path to joy. And when I'm in that level, I just, like, I love it. Like, I'm flying, honestly speaking. Like, so that's why I want people, like, lots of people missing that. And they feel it only when they are on a trip, or like maybe with their daughter, or why we cannot just, like, find what will create joy for us.
I think the saddest thing is when people go, oh my God, I can't wait till Friday so I can have the weekend. And it's like, well, you're missing 5 days here that you could be having fun. Or when they go, I hate my job, but I've got 2 weeks vacation. It's like,
Laurie,
okay.
believe me, I've been,
You've been there.
I've been there. This is like,
So
I
have
feel
I.
like, I was just like, I feel, oh my God, like, one time, like, said, if now I died, like, of a car, like, am I important? Like, I didn't feel what is my life purpose when I was doing something that I really don't like.
Yeah.
I'm good at it, but, like, is this me? Is this where I want to just continue my life? So this is, like, why I want people, like, not to stay or doing things that they don't believe in doing it because they are afraid what's out there. Just be courageous and hear, like, why. And it's like, will not force the client to do something, that something comes from inside. Right. I wish I found someone that helped me not to waste. No, I don't want to waste, like, 20 years of that experience.
You get what you get when you're ready.
Exactly.
But
really
you could have spent so many more years.
I'm grateful for all these years. That's why I'm here. But seriously, knowing that much about myself, my values, and like for example, I found joy, freedom, and love. This is what, like, what I'm doing. Like, I'm searching for this. And
they're not exclusive. You can have them all together, right?
Of course. Exactly. why not to have?
Because it sounds like, because she also chose freedom and love, and it sounds like it all just leads to joy. It's all on the road there.
This is my gum running to have this joy.
That's so interesting. So what I'm kind of hearing you say is telling people to sort of dig down or just become aware of things that really make them happy. I remember once someone had given, when we first moved into our apartment, somebody came and knocked on the door and said, I have something I'd like to give you guys. You look like a nice couple. And it's like, okay. And it was 5 birds. And I'm going, oh no. And my husband went, oh yeah. I was like, all right. And I noticed one day that I could spend an hour just watching these birds because they were and I'm going, oh my God, it's like, that is giving me pure joy. So how could people find that? Could it just be tuning in to what's making them happy? Not tuning into what's not making you happy. We all know what doesn't make us happy. So how do we get to the point where we can figure it out?
Just by knowing yourself more We can start by value assessment at the beginning, just to see which values resonate with you. What you would like to reach. I mean, like, even if you said, like, I love honesty or success, okay, it could be your values. How much you are doing of these values, you know?
Okay.
So this value
How true are you living to your values?
Exactly. And this is where, if you feel like this is really what you want, we can work on. But I mean, what I believe, like, to do the value assessment every once in a while, because myself, at the beginning you
not
think
written
this is
in stone. Okay,
at the beginning, like I said, this is like success, excellent, like passion, and then again, I just refined.
Because it's like, before I became a life coach, it was like, oh, money, and I wanted the power, and when I got there, it was like, I'm not having fun at all. I've got everything that I said I want. So your values, that's a very good point. Your values change as you become more aware and expand your awareness. Yeah.
And with the time, like, we find really what's your value, and here we can see, like, what's interest, what's blocking you from reaching your values.
Yeah.
Like, or like reaching your dream. What makes you, like, afraid of going forward? So these, like, we will touch base on, like, 4 blocks, and we can just remove them. And by removing these blocks, like, you cannot believe how people can just fly. Seriously, and like, wow, they look at the world in a different perspective, and this is what I really like.
Well, what kind of clients are you looking for, and what kind of clients have you worked with?
Actually, I worked with, like, motivated clients.
People already know that, like, have that little thing, I need more, and something's just not right.
Yes, I want to just, like, fix the way, like, those who are, let's say, career-oriented, personal development, definitely. All my clients, like, I resonate with them who really want to work on themselves. They want to work on their relation, or on their priority, or to find their life purpose. But
don't you think it all comes back to personal development, right? So even if they say, oh, I want to, go tell my boss that I don't like him anymore. It's all personal development first.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, really. Yeah. And I worked with certain clients with relationships also.
Oh, so much so, yes.
Yeah. But again, like,
but it's so much easier to blame you and not me. It's your fault.
But again, like, also, like, I feel like it's kind of personal development, because she doesn't want to do the mistake that she did with the previous relation, or like how to find, like, and relationship is like with your daughter, with your husband, with your, like, it's fun, this is what I like. I worked with so many things, and career development, for example, and mainly people in transition period, like, trying to evaluate their choices and see which option they want to go for.
So it sounds like you're looking, or the people that are going to come to you are the people who, one, realize that there's something more. They're missing a little something. 2, maybe they're on the edge and they're trying to make a decision, and then maybe they need the courage to jump.
Yes, and they want to make like their life spark. They want the sparkle. They don't. They can't accept whatever they are, and they can make the decision based on the old way they used to do that. But I find those people who approach me, like, they want this change, and with the level of energy I'm talking about, like, everyone, like, wow, like, even that day with the we're like at restaurant and people couple next to me, and the man, he couldn't stop, like, asking me about the level of energy. What about this? What about so even, like, which is like very interesting, even for those, like, left brain, and I am left brain. That's why I resonate with IPEC, because it's so much scientific. It's not just like purely spiritual, or like it's just like about
it's a beautiful
physics.
Combination.
A beautiful
and
combination.
That's why I love the cards also, because they're a combination of right brain and left
because
brain.
This is me.
And you go, oh, you think you're going here. It's like, whoa, I'm over here. It's okay. And it's kind of fun. It expands the whole thing. So do you see yourself working with mostly females or mostly males?
Actually, like, I resonate really with a female, like, who we feel. But, like, even with male, like, usually, like, some of the males, they resist change.
Yes.
And this will be like,
and often from females, and that's in America too.
Yes.
It's if you let a man say it, it must be true. But if we say it, you got to say it 6 times, and
but again, it depends. Like, even like I found the males in younger age, they are really want to work on themselves.
Yes,
like they are passionate about. They want to see what's going. Especially those who get their graduation in U.S., which is mainly. So they know the trend, and with these, like they know what they expect from the life coach because they've been here in the States or London, and they know what is it.
And they're kind of revolutionary, I would think. You know, it's like, oh, there is tradition back in my country, but I know there's a little bit more.
If you see their eyes, Laurie, when I meet them, and like it will be like, I meet them all over when I'm traveling. I meet like, and when I say, oh my God, and they just like, they do the effort, like, I mean, they really want the change. And this is what, like, I feel the future of my country, like, it's just really bright because if these people will just continue to be, I mean, and educating their kids, I mean, imagine how the next generation.
Be open to new experiences.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I have to tell you, I wish we had thought to blow up. I want you to go to her website, which is on the bottom there, because she has the coolest logo that I've ever seen, and I want to steal her from her so badly, but I'm not going to because I'm a life coach and I have ethics. But it's a person just like holding their hands out and someone else reaching out, and your whole concept is realizing your finest self. Tell us a little bit. What does that mean?
Like, to me, like finest your. Reaching your finest self, like when you find what makes your life on fire, like what is it that like makes you really wake up in the morning and just like you want to start your day, when you are just like, I cannot, like in this joy level, non-judgmental, and what is it, like how I can, like this is what I want, like I mean people to reach that, and each one they must believe they are much higher than or like better than what they expect. Lots of people, they don't know what they can give.
Right.
You see, I mean, like it's like cultural, or like I mean the life. I mean, like people we are surrounded with. Like sometimes we get some kind of negative energy, and people, I want them just like believe in themselves and reach what they can do. I mean, like reach their maximum, let's say.
So it's just kind of like be the best that they can be.
Exactly,
the best person
be the
that
best.
they can absolutely be. Yeah.
And like, I cannot do it for them. I mean, we will do it together. It is like partnership. This is what I like. I mean, like they are like, and I'm really impressed with some of my clients. Like within 6 and 7 sessions, like. Wow, like you cannot believe this is
the same
person.
Yeah. Now, where do you mostly work in Kuwait? Do you, because I know you travel like crazy, thank heavens, because she's here. But so where do you do Skype? How do you reach your clients?
This is what I like also about like freedom, as you know, it's one of my highest value, and I did all that. What I like also about life coaching, that you can do it wherever. Like while I'm in Kuwait, I'm doing it with my clients here. I'm here, I'm doing it with my clients in France and in Italy. So this is what I like about in Kuwait, like my clients, they come to see me, like, but if I'm there, like if I'm not in Kuwait, like we can do it over FaceTime if they prefer face-to-face, because it's fun. One of my clients, she really loves to have face-to-face. So we have FaceTime. One time she called me, I didn't know because of the time change. I was in supermarket and my friends, they said, send this. And I said, wait, so and you know,
I have to pay for my groceries.
So I mean, this is what I like. Like I mean, you can
anytime,
do it from
you're accessible
anywhere.
Anywhere.
The only challenge, like still in our culture, people, they like to see people face to face. And this is what I mean. That's why, like, at the initial session, I like to see my clients to create this rapport, connection.
I do too, truthfully.
Really, but you did a great.
I do too. It's funny because I was being interviewed by someone with a Japanese magazine. She could just not understand that people really pay you to be on the phone, and I'm going. They do. I go to America. Everybody's busy, but and I know in Europe also it's far more. They want to see you. And in a lot of countries, people will meet in coffee shops. Just so.
But thank God there's a technology and there's FaceTime or like Viber or Skype. It's like so many ways.
It's thank heavens, thank heavens. So what's in the future for you? I know that you're finishing up all your credentials, all your many credentials, and is going to add some more to that. What's in the future? What do you really see yourself doing now that you're going to be a certified coach?
I'm thinking like after, let's say maybe after 1 year or two, I feel like I want to do just to create awareness in Kuwait, and I try to see if someone interested in life coaching and to make like kind of association, and would love really to do lots of conferences, workshop to let people be aware of that. Really, people are thirsty for this, like willing.
You think they're ready for it now, huh?
I feel like even like, especially for example, of those like who didn't care about their self-development, for example, but they are interested on weight loss, for example, and they will, and something is different. You are not a nutritional, or like you are not like a personal trainer. Just something comes within them, and they would love to know what's in it for them. I mean, something new. Why not?
So that's probably good. Instead of setting up your business going, I'm a life coach, and letting people come to you, it's like, okay, and it's the old radio station, WFII, what's in it for me? It's like, oh, you want to lose weight? Well, I can do that. Let's do some, whatever it is. So you're going to just go out and meet the needs. Yeah? Exactly.
And just tell people, like, just to know what they have, like also career, let's say development. I've been like an HR for and specialized in competencies and career development. So it is just like wide range. Like I would love really to specialize in the transition and empowerment coaching, but as in Kuwait we don't have so many coaches. I will try just at least to assist people and maybe just refer other coaches that I know in the States or in Europe, and I can just also help.
That must be so exciting to be sort of, because I felt like I was on the ground floor. I later learned that, there were coaches way before me, but I did this in 2004, and it was like, I didn't even know what a life coach was, just like you. It's like, I think I want to do it, but I don't know what it is. But to be on the ground floor in a country where it's like, you don't have a lot of competition, so it's kind of yours to develop. And I suspect that knowing you as briefly as I do, that I think you're going to take any opportunity that comes and just run with it, So it may be career development, it may be transition coaching, it may be working with a company that is, I don't know how the economy is there, but I know we had some transitions in 2008, and my HR background came in handy because it was like everybody was so afraid for their job, So I cannot believe we have 30 seconds left. How fast did that go? I want to thank you so much for taking time, because I know this is your New York City trip and you had a lot of things to do, to be on the coaching game. I'm really going to ask you to check out her website. She's got some great ideas. Check out the logo. I really want that logo. But
thank you so much, Laurie.
And to thank Sundus for being on the coaching game. You've been delightful. I can't wait to see where you end up.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to see my audience, your audience, and would love to see
Let's do it again.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you.